Runner at third, and Prince Fielder will try and bring him in. A win in their last contest for the Jays. And so they cleaned up with a 3-game sweep against the Yankees.
Well, and this is a team that's starting to find its flow right now.
And he drops back to the... Victorino's going to try and score here. There's the throw. Throw is low in the dirt, and he is in, and he scores.
Big run right there. Good, productive, situational hitting. Finding a way to get that runner in. That's what contact does for you.
Jose Bautista, he's at the plate with 2 down. And at the plate, one of the tops in runs scored, top 5. He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that's the half inning as Chavez makes the play. So they scratch out a run in that half inning without the benefit of a hit. Blue Jays out in front by 2. A chilly night that seems to be getting a little colder as we play on, and happy to bring you our broadcast on 2K Sports. Diaspo at the plate. Now the Angels with a loss last night. And that snapped the 5-game winning streak, so they'll try and start another one. Right there in the top 5 in home runs. And starts him out here. A line drive toward short. 1 down.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they're also the #1 team in on-base percentage. They give themselves a chance to score runs more than everybody else because they get runners on base.
Guile gets a shot here. Swung, ground ball to short. Throw to first, gets him in there at 2 down.
Oh, Gary, he's pitching well right now. I mean, that's 7 straight that he's retired. He is really locked in.
Well, let's take a moment to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches. John, Steve, what do you think about how he's done?
Well, when you check out the inside edge numbers for him, so far today he's throwing a lot of pitches that are up in the strike zone.
Well, it's good to keep the ball away from the hitters to keep it in the ballpark, so I understand it. But if it becomes too predictable, if it's almost always what he's doing, the hitters are going to pick that up and they're going to make an adjustment.
Perry is the batter now.
Well, it's always nice to have a defensive replacement coming off the bench and holding a lead or holding a deficit and giving yourself a chance to win. Now he needs to come up with a big play.
There's a swing and a smash. And Trout, he comes up with it easily. Runners on the move. Let's check out the teams leading the way in runs scored. Brought to you by State Farm. Blue Jays #1. Second, the Rangers. The Twins third. Fourth, the Red Sox. #5, the Royals. Rounded out.
Leading the league in runs scored, that means they score runs in a lot of different ways. They have power, they have speed, they can manufacture runs. They can really find ways to score in any way possible.
And Bradley back up the middle. And it's Turris picks it up. Throws to first, side is retired. They get 2 men in scoring position. Couple of hits, can't get them home though. Toronto 2. And for those of you just joining in, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball. Now, to be effective, you got to mix Your pitch types and speed. Here's what we've seen from this pitcher today. What's your take, guys?
Well, there's no doubt about his command in this game today.
Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And Trout gloves it, puts it away. One away. One away as Prince Fielder sets in. Wearing the collar thus far. Here's the first pitch. That ball is swung on and hit a long way deep into right center field. And goodbye, home run. The production for the Jays goes on. The 2-run lead is turned into a 3-run ball game after that solo shot and a great swing.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Fresh count of Bautista. Here it comes. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Oh, and he dropped it. And Torres gloves that one. Probably thinking about the matchups here as we check the bullpen. Left-handers throwing.
Oh, that's right. I think they're getting him loosened up to face the hitter in the on-deck circle.
And here's Curtis Granderson. Grounded out his last time up. Up the middle. He's going to try to stretch it.
In a moment here for this month, let's take a look at what Curtis Granderson's been doing, the numbers he's put up, and how he ranks. Second in doubles, second in stolen bases, and he is ranked third in the league in triples right now as well. And you got to love that about him. That shows his ability to drive the ball and also points to his speed and aggressiveness on the bases.
Dial gets a turn here. He had a single in his last time up. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. And that's the half inning as Chavez makes the play. So they pick up a run on the home run and add to their lead. Trout at the plate.
He's been a force at the plate, going 7 for his last 14.
And it doesn't matter what they're throwing him. He's finding his way to get on base and help his team.
That's a foul ball.
Foul ball! Ooh.
That one's too high. Garcia trying to go upstairs with it. And Steve, let's take a look at how the pitch is done.
Well, you keep the ball down on the ground, you keep it in the ballpark, you get ground ball outs, and this lefty's been doing that all day.
Swung on and fouled away. One-two pitch coming. Trout grounds it. Odell.
He's out.
One away. Then you get this close. 2 outs away from having a complete game shutout.
Now, Gary, it always helps to have solid defensive play, backing you up when you're trying to put the finishing touches on a game like this.
Diaspo at the plate. Last time up, flew out. And Garcia's pitch too low, taken for a ball.
Well, if he's going to make a mistake, which he hasn't made many in this game, it's going to be now. His pitch count's over 100. This is when he seems to tire and make mistakes with his pitches.
And he takes a called strike, 2-1.
What a great game by Garcia. I mean, he just looked so confident out there, and he had his best stuff working.
Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
Well, this lineup is struggling because he's done such a good job of mixing it up location-wise, don't you think, Steve?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been difficult for the hitters to figure out what's going to happen next. They've been off balance all game long. They just can't center the ball. Good eye by the hitter there, laying off that low ball, understanding below the knees, take it.
And Albert Pujols, ground out victim last time through. And here's the first one. Oh, Pujols, he got all of that. And gone, a home run, and the shutout is finally broken.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I'll tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding. A great job by the Angels to cut the score and cut this lead down. Now they need to do it again.
And we'll get to see Brian Shaw pitch. He comes in to close for Toronto. Swing and a miss. Mark Trumbo, no contact and an even count. Big time fly ball, and now the pressure builds on both sides here.
And you can feel the crowd, the tension, that knowing that this lead has been narrowed significantly.
He fouls that one off. Mark Trumbo swings through that one, and it's strike three.
Oh, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action with 2 strikes. Not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit. Well, you have to figure coming in off the bench a little bit. You want to see a pitch or two, but when you get it, you got to be aggressive. See if you can do something to get on base and get a rally started.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike. And swung on a playable fly ball for the final out. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
Well, Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
All right, let's do it. Here's our player of the game. No doubt about the outstanding pitching we saw today from Jaime Garcia.
Well, you know, Gary, he showed some signs of starting to tire near the end of this game, but that's why you have a bullpen. And he was a...
And Steve, that ought to send these folks... Two out and two on for Curtis Granderson. A win in their last contest for the Jays. They jumped right out after winning the first of 4 here against the Angels. Swung on, hit this one towards Trout. And there's the third out. Some good work there for Dan Herron. Works his way out of the first inning without allowing anyone to score. And we'll see the Angels. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next. A bit of sunshine, a few clouds floating around. That's the weather-wise situation here today. Trout at the plate. He's going to get us started. Second inning. He hit up the middle. And it's through. That's going to be a base hit for Trout. So that brings Alberto Callaspo to the plate. Look at the Eastern Division race now as the season winds down, courtesy of State Farm. In first place, it's the Yankees. Blue Jays in the second spot. In third, the Red Sox. Rays are fourth. And for the Orioles, last place. Here it comes. That one's drilled to short. That should be a base hit. Fantastic chance here.
Well, when you see a ball as a hitter coming right down the center of the plate and you don't do anything with it, you're very upset with yourself because you feel like you missed a great opportunity. Problem was, this hitter didn't miss it.
And Borges is going to come to the plate. On the base paths, number 2 in Steele. One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your location. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this pitcher's been doing. He sends this one in the air towards center. And that one's put away to retire the side. They pick up 4 hits in the inning, but manage only 1. And so Albert Pujols leading it off. He's in the top echelon of hits right now. Had a 1-for-1 so far against Herron.
Well, able to get a hit on the fastball last time around. You've got to be looking for it this time around. And if he gets his pitch belt high, look for him to try to drive it and hit it out of the ballpark.
Swinging and a miss, and he falls behind on the count 0-1.
But with the swing like that, there's no wonder why he's getting sliders right there. Tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark, but give the hitter credit. He's trying to do it anyway.
Here's a swing and a fly ball. Borges roams over, puts it away.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they're also the number 1 team in on-base percentage. They give themselves a chance to score runs more than everybody else because they get runners on base.
And in the batter's box, it's Laurie. Career 0 for 3 off Herron. That last one just got away from him. Now that unwanted base runner.
Well, that's going to leave a mark right there. A big old welt on him. He's going to need some ice when he gets back to the dugout.
So Curtis Granderson will come up right there in the top 5 in home runs. Swings and misses at the curve, 0-1.
Such a consistent, productive, professional hitter. You know, one of their best bats in the lineup, Gary.
Laurie's after the stolen base to left center. Gets down. The go-ahead runs on base. Toronto here's a position to get something done.
He goes right with the pitch and slaps the ball in the left field.
And if you try and pull that pitch, you're probably not even going to get the bat on it. Oh, there he goes. Line shot into center field. That looks like a single. Here's Laurie going to try to score. And he comes home. That's it. We are tied.
Oh, he lights that ball up in the zone. He can see it well and just pounds it for a base hit and driving in a run.
And this is called manufacturing runs the old-fashioned way.
Now, there's so many different ways to do it. Lump the base hits together.
Odell at the plate. Oh, a great job by this lineup. They have really put the production on here.
Gary, that was a great piece of hitting right there. It allowed them to pull it even here early in the game. Nice response.
And here comes Granderson for the plate. He scores, counted, and no longer tied. A little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then we'll probably make the move to the pen. Oh, man, all eyes on Danny Herron right now, standing out there on the mound.
And he finds himself hit hard on the ground to short. Ibar got to it. There's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play.
Well, they get the out at first on this play, but the run does come in to score.
It's Perry at the plate. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. Here's one hit very well deep. And the side's retired. Borges there to make the catch, and that'll bring him in the field. Here's Alberto Callaspo to lead it off. Steve, how about the arm today? How's he performing?
Well, he's putting these infielders to work, Gary, and getting a lot of help from his friends. Back there, pitch the contact, let him put it in play and throw strikes.
Grounded out his last time through. 2 men on and 2 men out. And the first pitch. And the pitch from Farnsworth low that time. That's going to be a ball.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
1-0 pitch. That's a cutter in there. 1-1.
Well, if he can throw this cutter down and away like this, he's going to be very effective. That's an outstanding pitch.
Here's the pitch. Good looking fastball. Called the ball though. 2-1. Low for a ball, and he'll be in the driver's seat. 3-1. There's a swing and a liner, and that's in. That should bring Morales home. And Morales will score.
Well, that's 3 consecutive hits he's given up. He can't be out of gas yet. He just has to bear down and get somebody out. They don't want to go to the bullpen this early in the game.
And Borges is going to come to the plate. He singled. There's a ground ball. Graves throws to second. That'll be a force out and the third out. So they. Brett Laurie leading it off. What's he doing to start these hitters out? Let's take a look at how he's beginning.
You throw strike one, you get out. You tell pitchers that, but now they get a chance to see it. He's retired 9 batters after going 0-1 in the count on him.
And a strike to start the 5th. We've got an 0. He's had a hit, 1 for 2 with a hit off Heron.
Well, maybe you got to go with the breaking ball out of the zone. He got a hit on it last time. You just don't want to lay it in there again and give him another chance to drive it.
And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. Laurie heads for third. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
The best hitters in the game use the whole field. You have to be able to go the other way, even when the pitch is over the heart of the plate. That's what he does right there.
Guys prolong their career, not with power, but with base hits that are hit that way. Here's Laurie going to try to score. And Laurie crosses the plate.
He's tired. His pitches are starting to flatten out. 3 straight hits. What more do you need to see before you give him the hook?
Odell up now. See, really good vibes here. Hitting is contagious, and when you do it late in a ball game and get a lead as they have, it's great stuff.
You know, Gary, that at bat we just saw could prove to be the most critical at bat in this ball game. They want to keep adding on to the lead.
Could be one of those situations that decides the ball game. Right now, it looks like their offense is ready to start clicking. And another hit. They're really gunning right now. And Granderson scores. And even though they're losing in this ball game, they're going to keep that pen active. They've got both the right and left-hander up.
Well, you have to go to the bullpen to stop the bleeding so you don't give up any more runs and give your offense a chance to come back. Great hitting or poor pitching, I'm not sure which. He may be running out of gas, but that's now 4 straight hits against him. Not looking real good.
And that is definitely not a good sign. He is really limping on that leg right now, and I got to imagine he's going to have to go to the locker room. Bradley, he's been brought in now, and hopefully he won't. Swung on and hit. This one to Borges. That's one down. Runners on the move. Now a look at the stats that have seemed unhittable this past month, brought to you by State Farm. The Angels, number 1. The A's, 2nd. Blue Jays, 3rd. The Indians, 4th. And the Mariners, 5th. Oh, takes off for 3rd. Hit well to the left side. Oh, and he dropped it. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball high. 1-1.
When you throw two-seam fastball, you want a ground ball, which means you want to throw it to the bottom of the zone. This pitch up could come back to cost him later in the game.
Oh, he's on the move for 3rd. This one has popped up to the left side out of play. On the way. Fastball got him 2 down.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Here's Shane Victorino. A couple out and a couple on for him. He's the top 10 in stolen bases for the league. And Morales grabs that one, and the side's retired. And we've got his tourist batting. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, that is hit, and that's through a base hit. He's going to try and test him here. That will bring up Prince Fielder. Now look at the leaders in extra base hits, courtesy of State Farm. Prince Fielder, number 1. Evan Longoria is 2nd. In the 3rd spot, Curtis Granderson. 4th spot, that's Jesus Montero. And finally, Nelson Cruz, number 5.
We have
swing and a rocket toward short. And he gets that one down, his 2nd hit. 2 for 4 today. That is going to bring up Brett Laurie.
Gary, he can really swing the bat. Just a quality approach at the plate, day in and day out. That consistency is critical to their success.
Well, Brett Laurie's a guy that made it to the big leagues because of his bat. He's moved around defensively in the minor leagues to some different positions. To me, in my opinion, I think he should stay at 3rd base. That seems to be where he hits the best at.
Singleton scored his last time around. Oh, he's going to try to steal 3rd. Hard grounded to short. Over to 2nd for 1. And 2. They got both of them that time. Well, here's a double play that looked like they ordered up.
Great turn and throw at 2nd base. He was ready to make the play. An example of a nicely executed double play.
Now a look at the Western Division race. Late going. Here's our State Farm standings board. It's the Angels in 1st. Rangers in the 2nd spot. The Mariners 3rd place. And in the 4th spot, the A's. Hit on the ground up the middle. Throws to 1st in time. That's 3 down. They pick up. And it's Kendry Morales. To lead us off. 2 for 3 thus far. And right now he's looking to bring in that tying run. It's only 90 feet away with the sacks full.
Well, the infield has to be on their toes right now, ready to make a play, and outfielders have to come up throwing.
You'd love more than one RBI here. Chapman sends the 0-1. Swing, contact. This one's to Bradley. 2 men have been put away.
A chance here to take a look at the Los Angeles Angels and how they rank in the American League right now. 1st in triples, 1st in ERA, and they're the number 2 team in stolen bases. Speed, a major asset for this team. The ability to take extra bases and put runners in scoring position.
It's Ibar at the plate. And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest pace.
Fouled off. There's a swing and a ground ball. Graves. And they get the force at second that time. That'll do it. Well, they chip away, grabbing an important run with that solo big fly. Angels doing a nice job as they start to work their way back. Dial up at the plate. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning.
Well, this is a good move. Right here, you're bringing in the better defensive player. Defense helps you win games.
Taps this one foul to the right. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And in there, 3 for 3 ball game.
We talk about a guy who's swinging it right now as good as anybody. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game thus far. Let's see if this can mount a rally with nobody out.
Odell is the batter. Had an RBI single his last time to the plate. Drops down a bunt. Martin picks it up in time for the out. They get the out at first base by that much.
You know, it's such a close play. Umpires look and listen to see if they can hear the ball hit the mitt before the foot hits the base.
A moment to check out the leading teams in slugging percentage, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Rangers. 2nd, the Blue Jays. In 3rd, the Yankees. 4th, the Red. Oh, he's going to try to steal 3rd. Line drive. In time for the out.
They might have had a shot of getting the runner at 3rd base, but much safer. Make the 2nd out of the inning, get the out at 1st, and try to retire the next guy. Both managers sitting on the edge of the bench right now, understanding this is a critical point in this game.
He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. That will bring up Jose Bautista. He'll be the pinch hitter.
They're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
And batting is Shane Victorino. 1 for 10 lifetime against the Angels. Now the first pitch. This is a swing hit in the air. It's another one down. That'll score a run. Bautista towards 3rd.
Well, this is getting ugly right now. I mean, he's given up hit after hit after hit. This offense has clearly figured him out. How much longer can you leave him in to take a beating?
Graves settles in. And the offense here is putting on the show. Right now, they're in charge of this ball game.
Well, they were given an opening, and they took it. And now they have a lead late in the game.
Borges. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. So they pick up a run. And Mark Trumbo to lead it off. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. The pitch. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. 1 away. Well, a little ways to go here in the season. The American League wild card. How's it look? Well, let's take a look. Brought to you by State Farm. Blue Jays out in front, 1st place. Red Sox in 2nd place. It's the White Sox in 3rd. Rangers in the 4th spot. 5th place. There's a swing. That ball hit a long way deep into right center field. That ball is gone. The Angels tie this game. They trim a bit off that deficit with that solo homer, coming to within 1.
A great job by the Angels to cut the score and cut this lead down. Now they need to do it again. Well, sometimes the fastball just gets on you and you can't get out of the way. No matter how ready you are for the pitch, he couldn't get out of the way there. They're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home. You know, Gary, with that hit batter we just saw, now the tying run right there. Listen, I want them to earn it. I don't want to walk a guy or hit him with a pitch to put him on base. Throw it over the plate. Make him swing the bat.
Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
Casey is called up. He'll be pitching. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now. You know, Steve, tell you about that hit batter. If you're the next guy up in this situation, you may be looking for a groove pitch here with the pitcher thinking, I got to put one on across the plate.
No question about it. Just hit a guy, so you know some pressure on him to throw it over the plate, so be ready.
Cut fastball that time. Didn't bite, though, and it's now 3-1. The 3-2 pitch. And he swings and hits this one foul. And that misses. Ball 4. The potential tying run in scoring position.
Well, good discipline by the hitter to lay off the high pitch and take his base.
Here he is, Mike Trout. This Anaheim offense, yet another chance to capitalize. Runners on first and second with one out. And here's the first one. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0.
But don't be surprised if they come at him with a fastball right here. He's just not a good fastball hitter early in the count.
That one swung on with contact. Victorino's going to play it. 2 down. Diaspo at the plate. Drew a walk his last time.
Gary, they're down by a run. Certainly, they'd love to get him from second base to third base, but don't look for the steal here. He just doesn't have that kind of speed.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike.
Gary, he gets a little over anxious at the plate when the count goes to 0-1. So look for them maybe to expand the strike zone and get him to chase something.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
But Gary's a pitcher ahead in the count right now, 1-2. You can afford to waste a pitch or two to see if you can't get him to hit one of your pitches.
Alberto Callaspo looks at that one. He's not going to bite. It's a ball, and the count's even.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Four-seam fastball up in the zone.
Bradley's there, and he's there to retire the side. Narrow their deficit a bit. They pick up a run on the... And Prince Fielder up. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th.
Well, it's always nice to have a defensive replacement coming off the bench and holding a lead.
Swing and a liner to right center. And it gets down. That's hit number 3 on the ball game and 5 at bats.
Let's check out where Prince Fielder's production ranks in the league this year. First in batting average, first in hits, and he's also leading the league in home runs. That power bat, that ability to hit it out of the ballpark, a major power threat every time he comes to the plate.
Now here is Brett Lawrie. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a drive, deep left center. And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. Fielder is heading home. Tries to get back. Tagged out. Close play at third.
Well, this is a guy right here that was made to hit fastballs, and that's what he looks for, and that's what he got right there. Put a good swing on it. He knew what to do with it for that double.
And Bradley settles in. Ground out victim last time through. A line drive towards short. Ibach got to it. There's one. Now we look at which teams have been getting on base the most. Brought to you by State Farm. Blue Jays number 1. The Twins in second. Tigers third. 4th spot, Rangers. And at number 5, it's the Angels.
A great matchup right here. These two offenses really scrappy battlers at the plate, fouling off a pitcher's pitch, doing anything they can to get on base. Pitchers are going to have to keep coming in the zone to try to get outs.
Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2.
He has that little running action on that two-seam fastball that busts in on the hands of the hitter. It's a tough pitch, Now they have a chance to go to the outer part of the plate.
Borges. And that's out number 3. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. And Borges is going to come to the plate. He singled in his last at bat. And we'll get to see Brian Shaw pitch as Toronto brings him into close.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
And the bottom half of the 9th, 1-ball count.
Pitching-wise, you want to make them earn it. Force them to get a base hit right here. Force them to put it in play. Throw strikes.
Gets that call at the knees, evens the count at 1 apiece.
You throw the sinker ball to get the ground ball out. He got the called strike right there. If they swing, he's going to get his share of ground balls.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's 2-1.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
2-1 pitch, a bullet taken for a called strike 2.
With that good running action on that cut fastball, you think you're going to center it at the heart of the plate. It just moves off to the corner. He didn't off.
Sinker misses, and it's full, 3-2. That misses ball 4. That is a guy you do not want to put on base.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to have quality at bats, get that pitch count up. And I tell you what, he worked this pitcher. It's going to be tough for him to get this next hitter out after working that walk on so many pitches.
And we've got his tourist batting. The career average, 275 off Toronto. The first pitch, lays off that one, catches the inside, calls strike 1.
That cut fastball just ran inside on the hitter's hands. He had no chance to even get out and swing at it. Tough pitch.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. Lined, foul towards third. The 1-2 on its way. Cutter almost rung him up, but it's 2-2. Here's the delivery. Fouled away. Cutter just about froze him, but it's full now.
Good running movement on that pitch, in on the hands for the hitter. He laid off it, couldn't do anything with it anyways.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center, and it's in there, the tying run on board.
Well, you wonder he had the energy to run to first base after seeing that many pitches, fouling off pitches, taking tough pitches, but he did. Well, thank goodness he only had to run 90 feet because I'd imagine he was pretty tired.
It's Ibar at the plate. Bounced into a fielder's choice as last time.
Well, this is a situation right here that they need a stolen base. Look for Peter Burgos to run right now.
Pitch on the way. That's a hit foul by Ibar. Cutter thought he had him, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And he leaves that one alone. Eric Ibar showing patience there and an even count.
At 2-2, he's just looking to spoil. He's going to be defensive, but he's going up there hacking. Let's see if we can get him to chase a pitch out of the zone.
Here's the pitch. You're out. Strike 3. Eric Ibar goes down without a swing on that pitch.
I've got a chance to take a look at the slider again. Well, that's the way you want to bounce back after the leadoff man getting on base. Now a double play can end the game. Well, here we go, guys. Moments like this, you get to find out about some young players. Mark Trumbo up here. Let's see what he can do.
2 hits, 5 trips to the plate for him. And starts him out here. That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. Oh, Bradley comes up with it. What a beautiful catch. And the runners will have to hold at first and second. This is where having great athleticism in the outfield comes into play.
Well, great athleticism. Speed is a two-way tool. It helps you on the bases, but it also helps you in the outfield.
Now the opportunity, Albert Pujols. And here's Anaheim, a terrific opportunity for them. Sinker misses badly, 1-0. Low for a ball, and it's 2-0. A smash towards the hole. And that one eats him up. Now Kendry Morales. And he has a chance to tie this game.
Well, that's right. An extra base hit probably gives them the lead and keeps this rally going.
And here's the first one. And that's a fly ball. That could do it. That's going to be around. Final out of the ball game.
Well, Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
And here we are at that moment where we're going to find an individual performance to recognize our player of the game.
You know, sometimes you work so hard to get through the middle of the order that when the bottom of the order comes up, you kind of ease up a little bit. And that's what happened in this game today. He overlooked the fact that the number 7 hitter can really put the ball in play. And when he did, he got a big hit for his team. That's why he's our player of the game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Well, no question.
It's Perry at the plate. Blue Jays taking the win yesterday. That's coming on the heels of a victory in Game 1 as well. So a little momentum going here. They've got 2 of the 4 against the Angels. And he watches the low pitch from Wilson. And they win in that last run with a 2-run lead.
Well, and that's just enough offense to get the win.
Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. So they pick up no runs, 1 hit, and sprint. Great afternoon for baseball. Happy that you're here with us. Forecast still partly cloudy later. Steve, how well is that pitching performance standing up?
Well, you keep the ball down on the ground, you keep it in the ballpark, and you get ground ball outs, and this lefty's been doing that all day.
It's strike one, can't make contact on the fastball. Third career at bat, so 1 for 2 against Wilson. And with 2 strikes on him now, Fielder needs to protect.
You saw their last game. You saw what a big part of their offense he was, contributing with 3 base hits.
That one fouled off by Fielder. Wilson gets set and delivers. Another foul ball, and Fielder keeps the at-bat going.
Well, you're told with an 0-2 count to spread out your stance and to choke up.
There's a ground ball played by Ibar. That's 2 gone. Look at the Eastern Division race now as the season winds down, courtesy of State Farm. Blue Jays out in front, first place. In second place, the Yankees. In third, the Red Sox. Fourth spot, the Rays. And for the Orioles, last place.
Well, Toronto had so many different ways to win ball games, and that's why they're sitting atop the American League East, because everybody seems to contribute day in and day out.
Hot shot towards the hole, and he cannot come up with it. And he can't recover in time. That's going to go as an error. And he throws it wide. So they can't make the play.
Curtis Granderson has that look in his eyes. He wants to deliver for his team. That's why they respect him so much and why they like him up in these kind of situations. I don't know if you got a chance to see his last ball game, but he picked up 2 hits in that one, swung the bat well.
At the belt, the 1-0. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. Started to go around, but a called strike, 1 and 2. There he goes towards third. Granderson, he'll foul it away. Oh, he's on the move for third. And that's the third out. Pujols grabs it. Take a look down there in the bull. Tonga's going to take a shot at it. Caught looking last time. Take a look at this first pitch delivered and see how he's doing.
Well, when you go 0-1, you get 1-1. He's gotten 11 guys out in this game after going 0-1 in the count.
And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. Probably talking. Peter Moore just leading it off. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. Marshall unable to get that in there.
Well, there's a lot of confidence in his slider, even when he's behind in the count. So look for this 1-0 pitch possibly being a slider.
The 1-0 now. Hit in the air. And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. There's the throw. No luck beating him to second. He is in there.
The best hitters in the game use the whole field. You have to be able to go the other way, even when the pitch is over the heart of the plate. That's what he does right there.
Guys prolong their career, not with power, but with base hits that are hit that way.
And Sean Marshall is going to have to really buckle down. He finds himself in a real predicament out there, Gary.
Well, at this point, he's looking for a little magic. They are up by 2, but 2 on and nobody out.
Well, this is the difference between good teams holding on and winning games or turning into a bad team. Throw strikes and let your defense help you.
So Curtis Granderson is batting, and he has a chance to tie this game.
Well, that's right. An extra base hit probably gives them the lead and keeps this rally going.
Good eye by Curtis Granderson, lays off, and we're even.
Trying to get the ground ball out, you throw that 2-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
Ground ball. And he'll try to make the play. Gets one at second. Not in time. Pujols, they will just get one on that one. The second baseman didn't have enough on that one to get that out.
That was a close play. If he had gotten rid of the ball a little bit more quickly, he might have had it.
Good hustle down the line. Now here is Brett Laurie. Looking at a lot of determination right now. They are closing in. These are crucial at-bats. And a swing and a miss on Marshall's pitch. That's 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's seeing the ball really well. Even though he swung and missed, he was right on that.
Up the middle. And through. It is a base hit. And that's in. They're able to tie it up.
Well, the hitter makes an adjustment going down on the pitch at the bottom of the strike zone and drives it here.
And you get a run scored if you're in that at-bat. What you want to do is make contact. He did. That pays off. It's Colon at the plate. Steve, this one swung on and driven hard. Borges. 2 retired here. Granderson's going to try and get third. Now we look at which teams have been getting on base the most. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Blue Jays. The Twins in second. In third, the Rangers. The Tigers fourth. And at number 5, it's the Angels.
A great matchup right here. These two offenses really scrappy battlers.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And that one to fall in, and the run will score. And even though they're losing in this ball game, they're going to keep that pen active. They've got both the right and left-hander up.
Well, you have to go to the bullpen to stop the bleeding so you don't give up any more runs and give your offense a chance to come back.
1 run on that one, so we get to see what that does on our win expectancy chart. Altuve at the plate. The really good vibes here. Hitting is contagious, and when you do it late in a ball game and get a lead as they have, it's great stuff.
Well, they were given an opening and they took it, and now they have a lead late in the game.
Now Marshall, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a good.
Michael Young leading it off. Lifetime numbers 314 against the Blue Jays. On the way. Just missed with a fastball, 1-0.
Well, coming down to the wire right here, it's do or die time. You need base runners. Get somebody on. If you get the leadoff man on, it allows you to move them.
There's a swing, a high pop-up behind second. That one's taken care of.
Went out here in the 9th inning, and obviously in a situation where you're looking for outs. And you can't allow somebody to score, but if you can get it out, do what you need to get it.
Ground out victim last time through. Hasn't gotten a hit yet today. We'll see what he can do here. The first pitch. Up the middle. Off the pitcher. 2 down here in the inning. But a quick recovery that time gets the out.
Now we're counting down right here. They got 1 out left in this game. And I think offensively, you're hoping for that long ball, but you'll take anything. Give a base runner, get somebody on.
Diaspo at the plate. He bounced out his last time, and we'll get to see Brian Shaw pitch. He comes in to close for Toronto. Liner towards the hole, and that's going to be a base hit. Tying run is on. He's going to try to stretch it. Bad throw. Oh, boy, he's on his way to third.
Well, the one thing you never want to do is make the last out at third base to end an inning, but he was able to get in there with that great speed just in time.
They're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
And he's got a chance here. With a runner in scoring position, Steve, to get this thing knotted.
Well, the pitcher's got to find a way to retire this hitter and not let this run score.
Clutch at bat here. And we'll get to see Eric O'Flaherty pitching as Toronto brings him into close. Here it comes. And a check swing here. They say he didn't go around. There'll be an appeal to third. No, he did not. And the check swing worked. He'll continue his at-bat. Good moving cutter. And it's 1-2 now.
He throws that cut fastball up and into the hitter. Kind of surprised him. He couldn't offer at it.
High for a ball. 2-2.
I'm not sure I like this cut fastball up in the zone right here. It's a pitch you want to get down in the zone to run off the corners. Don't leave it over the plate.
Struck him out, and the tying run will remain 90 feet away. This ball game is over.
Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
We'll take a look at our player of the game, delivering the goods for the ball club in this contest. A tremendous performance by Aroldis Chapman.
He didn't just shut the door on their bats. He slammed it and nailed it closed. A dominant effort out of the pen that gave them the boost they desperately needed to outlast their inspired opposition.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game.
Here's where you want this big bat. Jose Bautista will stand in. A win in their last contest for the Jays. That swung on and flied to right. This one towards Morales. As he ranges in and comes up with it. And a brief look at who's leading the league in home runs, courtesy of State Farm.
Well, real treat here. Two of the biggest bats in baseball in one place and in one game. They can make the ball disappear like nobody else around.
So Curtis Granderson is batting. He swings now and really hit that. Borges. 2 away. And he'll go back to first. Now a look at the Western Division race. Late going. Here's our State Farm standings board. It's the Angels in first. Rangers in the second spot. The Mariners third place. And in the fourth spot, the A's. Guile gets a turn here. Swing, hot shot, dive, Ibar up with it. And he gets the force at second. That is a tremendous defensive effort. The inning complete for Irvin Santana. He's still looking. Tonga's going to take a shot at it. He'll lead it off here. Inning number 8. Bautista's on at first. Fielder's on second. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball.
Well, just because he's a fastball hitter doesn't mean you can't throw him a fastball. Strength on strength right.
Back up the middle. And that gets through. The tying run will come to that. Toronto, here's a position to get something done.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
Guile is the batter now, and he represents the tying run now at the plate.
Well, that's right. One swing of the bat can tie this thing up. He's got to get a pitch to hit.
Towards center field, Borges didn't have a problem getting over. Runners on the move.
Well, you want late inning fireworks? We've got it right here.
And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, if he has the ability to spot that pitch down and in, that slider.
There's a smash towards the hole. That's the last out. This ball game is now over.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
We'd like now to take a look at our player of the game. Let's make a pick.
One big hit that can change the difference of a ball game, and that's what happened today. This hitter came up with that big clutch hit, so he's our.
And you don't often get the bats going on the road quite like this. Pretty good offensive attack. Guile gets a turn here. Struck out swinging his last time up. Granderson is a runner at first base. Fielders on second. There's a swing and a smash. 2 down. Runners on the move.
But keeps the runners right where they are now. 2 out. Not a lot of time left in this ball game. You cannot give them more runs.
Odell gets a shot here.
Yeah. Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And in there, the Blue Jays with a run. And Granderson will join him at the plate. 2-run single on that one.
Well, that's another insurance run for them right there. And now a little more breathing room as they head to the bottom of the ninth.
It's Cologne at the plate. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
Well, they keep tacking on runs right here.
Swings, hits this one very high, in the air, deep left center. Out of here, a homer and a 2-run shot. They add a couple more to the lead now, a home run and a 6-run lead. I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this move this early. They may just getting prepared in case they need to go there. All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Line fair down the line and right, and he's on now. That's going to be another hit for them.
Well, that's 3 consecutive hits he's given up. He can't be out of gas yet. He just has to bear down and get somebody out. They don't want to go to the bullpen this early in the game.
Hit up the middle. And yet another hit there, seeing the ball well. Got to try to make it home here. And the run is in.
Well, that big lead just got a little bit bigger, and I have to think this one's just about over.
Graves has a turn in the box. Well, this may be one of those games where everybody comes to the plate and everybody gets on. And he swings and hits this one foul. Oh, and he takes off for second. Swung on line to right center field. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases. Victorino's going to try and score here. And he's in there. He scores from first.
Now they just keep adding to the lead right now. That ought to be enough to carry him through the bottom half of the inning, I think.
Well, this may be one of those games where everybody comes to the plate and everybody gets on. Well, this offense is having one of those days. Wow, are they putting some numbers up? He makes contact, line drive. And that ends the half inning as Davis makes the play. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Davis at the plate. He has the support of the home fans right now. He's their first chance here in the bottom half of the ninth. They're hoping he can get something started. He fouls that one off. Chapman with the pitch. And another foul ball. Foul! Swung on, hit. And that's a base hit. Davis on board.
He tries to sneak one down and in to get the strike 3 call, but he fights it off. Outstanding job at the plate.
And that is so demoralizing for a pitcher. You work so hard to get ahead in the count, and then you give up a base hit. And Torrealba's batting. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. And here's the first one. Foul! And it goes foul. Strike 2. And Aroldis Chapman is out in front. No balls and 2 strikes.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
The second for 1. And they get it. They turn 2. How big was that double play? Well, the WPA graph gives us a pretty good idea. Always looking for that friend of a pitcher. They wanted that ground ball and got it.
Now they threw it around the horn to get the double play. Nice turn by the second baseman.
Ponce up now. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's behind on the count 0-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Lined up the middle. That looks like a single. And that's going to bring Desmond Jennings to the plate.
He tries to sneak one down and in to get the strike 3 call, but he fights it off. Outstanding job at the plate.
And that is so demoralizing for a pitcher. You work so hard to get ahead in the count, and then you give up a base hit. He homered back in the third. Chapman with the pitch. Good eye right there. Desmond Jennings, it's an even count.
Well, he tried to change up right there, but it just stayed down and off the plate.
Swings for a strike on the fastball. It'll be a 1-2 count.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Ball 2. Now the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Well, Gary, outstanding effort from the Blue Jays today. They showed up to play right from the start.
Yeah, we like to recognize outstanding performances in our game, so let's do it right now with our Player of the Game award.
Well, sometimes it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but it's when you get them. And that's how this game was decided. The one big hit of the entire game, and it's easy to see why we singled him out as the player of the game.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do. Graves has a turn in the box. A win in their last contest for the Jays. Some momentum right now, starting out with a victory in the first of 3 against the Rays. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. So they pick up no runs, 1 hit. And Geyer's in the box. He'll start the home half of the 7th. Golden opportunity he's got for Toronto. 2 down. Runners at first and second. First pitch to him. Checks his swing that time, but it's still a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Fielder. And he scores from second base.
Well, that's another insurance run for them right there. And now a little more breathing room as they head to the bottom of the 9th.
Graves gets a shot here.
Well, it's always nice to have a defensive replacement coming off the bench and holding a lead or holding a deficit and giving yourself a chance to win. Now he needs to come up with a big play.
We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Flew out last time. Ground ball to Longoria. Throws on to first. Side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and they leave a couple. It's the Blue Jays by 4. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. This one towards Granderson as he gets to it for the out.
Just having some difficulty right now trying to make up this ground, and obviously they've got a hill still to climb and running out of time right now. Only 2 outs remaining, so they've got to get something going and keep it going.
Grimmage batting now. He had a single in his last time up. Takes a swing, but he's too late on that one. Strike 1.
Well, his timing is just off right now. He swung way late on that cutter.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. That should be a base hit. So that brings Evan Longoria to the plate.
The best hitters in the game use the whole field. You have to be able to go the other way, even when the pitch is over the heart of the plate. That's what he does right there.
Guys prolong their career, not with power, but with base hits that are hit that way.
Well, Evan Longoria came into Major League Baseball with a lot of expectations, and so far he's lived up to them. One of the top run producers in the middle of a lineup that needs some runs.
Grounded out his last time through. And the first pitch was a strike. Got about 0-1 right now.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss on the cutter that time. 2 down.
When you're getting guys out with 3 pitches, you know you're dominating.
That's a time when you know you're definitely in the zone, and he was on that at bat. A shot here for Desmond Jennings with 2 down. And a home run back in the 4th inning. He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0.
That's a good pitch with a cut fastball. When you're throwing this pitch, you want to start it on the corner, run it off the plate, trying to get the hitter to chase. Good piece of hitting to lay off of it.
Swing and a drive, deep left center. It rolls all the way to the wall. Around third, he's going to try for it. He throws. He's in there. Wow, tremendous hustle all the way from first.
Well, even though he had 2 hits in the last game, his team lost, but he keeps swinging a bat like this, good things are going to happen.
That's just batter versus pitcher right now, Gary.
Well, at this point of the ball game, you've got to get this run in.
Well, you have to take advantage of the opportunities. You need base runners. He'd love to trade spots with the base runner.
And he comes back with 1 in there, and it's 1-1.
Even with the late movement on the cut fastball, you don't want to throw it up in the zone because a hitter can fight it off and muscle it over the infielders.
That's off the plate away, 3-1.
And when he can keep that thing down and away, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side, foul. Liner towards the hole. That is in. It's going to bring the tying run to the plate. And he scores.
Oh, with that big hit right there, he only needs a triple to complete the cycle. But hey, that's the toughest one to get. Let's see if he can do it.
We're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
Very important production. Here's a fly ball. Could be it. And you just saw it, folks. That's going to be the last play of this game.
Toronto comes away with the win, Gary. They did what they needed to do to pull this one out and have to be feeling pretty good about the way they played today.
And now let's take a look at one player clearly instrumental in this contest. He's our player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. Couple of hits, and he went big fly. All in all, it adds up to a nice day's work, and they come away on top.
And, Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. This is a good victory. It's Cologne at the plate. A win in their last contest for the Jays. They've been in control after winning game one of the three-game series against Tampa Bay. There's one. Oh, mercy, they collide. He is out. Oh, and that collision. And Kanzler's in the box. He's going to start the second for the home team. He could come through big here for Toronto. Deciding not to take any chances here. A little respect being shown. They're going to walk him.
Well, the manager starts every game saying, I don't want that guy to beat me. That was the guy they pitched around.
Here's where you want this big bat. Jose Bautista will stand in. This is a great opportunity here with a hit.
Gary, they're down by a run, and certainly they'd love to get him from second base to third base, but don't look for the steal here.
He just hit up the middle, and it gets through. A 2-for-4 ball game. Tie ball game. He comes in to score. Good pitch down low, Steve, but a better at bat.
Well, he did a real nice job going down in his swing to get that low ball to be able to pick up the hit.
So Curtis Granderson is batting. Whoa, it is happening now. It may be a little late, but then again, they've got momentum, Steve.
Gary, we just saw a quality at bat. They capitalized on the opportunity, and now an opportunity to pull ahead here in this game. So outstanding clutch hitting.
And this is where all the errors and/or, in this case, the positives really shine because you haven't got a lot of room left.
You know, Gary, now if they can manufacture a run and take the lead, it could make all the difference and lead to a victory.
Oh, and Fielder takes off. Granderson, he'll foul it away. He takes off for third. And Granderson, another foul ball.
Well, even though you're in the defensive mode like this batter is, there's still no guarantee you're not going to strike out. 0-2 count, very difficult not to strike out, but he's doing everything he can. He took that low pitch to foul it off. Let's see what happens here.
And Curtis Granderson swinging through it. He's gone.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
And brought to you by State Farm, our league leaderboard. The team's doing the best job of keeping runs off the board. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And he's there to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, and Torrealba's batting. He homered earlier in the ballgame.
Gary, as we stand tied right now, he has been a major part of the offensive production, driving in runs, and then obviously the home run as well. So he
doubled and scored in his last trip to the plate. And here's the first one. Swung on and fouled away. On the way. And another foul ball. Victorino's off. Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, Evan Longoria showing himself to be a big game hitter already in his young career, and this is a big situation.
He represents the potential tying run here in the bottom half of the last inning. Can he do it?
Well, for the pitcher, he's got to be a little bit nervous. The last thing he wanted to do is to see one of the game's best hitters coming to the plate.
And we'll get to see Brian Shaw pitch as Toronto brings him into close. And it's 0-2. Longoria is going to be swinging now if there's anything close.
Now coming down to the wire right here, it's do or die time. You need base runners. Get somebody on. If you get the leadoff man on, it allows you to move him up with a bunt. To sacrifice bunt, you can get him on, get him over, and get him in. This is a critical situation.
Strike 3, Evan Longoria. Didn't even take a hack at it. He'll go take some pine.
Well, they climbed the ladder with the fastball, and he just couldn't catch up to that high heater.
And Geyer's in the box. Last time up, flew out. Strike 1. Lays off the cutter. Good pitch, but it's 1-1.
I'm not sure I like this cut fastball up in the zone right here. It's a pitch you want to get down in the zone to run off the corner.
Headed for the middle. Whoa, get out of the way of that one. Straight back up the middle.
Well, this guy's always a threat to go. He steals a lot of bases, so they're going to have to keep a close eye on him, and maybe they'll make a mistake to the hitter, paying attention to the runner.
And Kanzler's in the box. 2 for 3 thus far. Here's the pitch. Looked like the cutter that time for a called strike.
Well, if he can throw this cutter down and away like this, he's going to be very effective. That's an outstanding pitch.
He delivers. That one swung on with contact. Victorino's going to play it. 2 away.
Oh, he got a pitch to hit right there, but just a little bit out in front. Sends an easy fly ball to center field for the out.
Here he is, Josh Reddick. He's at an even 200 lifetime against the Jays.
And just hasn't ever been able to get dialed in against this team throughout his career.
And doing the pitching is going to be Aroldis Chapman. He comes into close for Toronto. There's a swing and a miss at the fastball. It's 1-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over. Well, they got that tying run on base, stranded over at first.
The offense got it done on the top, and the pitching got it done on the bottom half. And celebration as they head back to the clubhouse.
And here we are at that moment where we're going to find an individual performance to recognize our player of the game.
Well, you know what they say, that everyone loves to see the long ball when you come to a game, and he certainly gave the fans what they wanted to see. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
And they come into hostile territory, Steve, and take this one by 1 run.
Well, both teams had a chance to win it. Goes down to the very end, but the visiting club outplayed them.
So for Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.